So basically what we want to do today is take image of Google Earth, then with that image, sometime later your next teacher or tutor will take you how to use that image in a spatial environment, because the image will be taken, which I will explain further when my started to come on, which I will explain further later. We will not have spatial information in code, but they will make it have spatial information, and that is what will make that particular image different from your selfie or whatever it is that you take. I hope you guys can get me. I don't know, probably after my own session I would like to take questions before the next person comes on, and that's one. So for tonight we'll be using Google Earth. We'll be extracting our image from Google Earth, but there's also ArcGIS Earth, which will not be taking you guys on, but there's ArcGIS Earth. I'm just telling you guys so that you don't think Google Earth is the only source for such an imagery. I don't know if it's ArcGIS Earth Pro or just ArcGIS. Once my PC comes on, I will join in and show you guys. So there's also ArcGIS Earth, and if time permits, I will also be taking us on another software that we can also use for such testing. So it's asking me to please wait. We don't have elevator sound. Lost button. I'm really sorry, I'll just unmute myself for like maybe 2-3 minutes, please. So my Wi-Fi is on now. I just need Telegram to come on. Bolu, are you with your PC? Okay, I don't think Bolu is here with us. My system is still hanging. So, I don't know. I don't think we have shown you guys how to actually like have Google Earth Pro on your PC. So the thing is, there's Google Earth Pro, but Google Earth itself doesn't, like if you try downloading it and using it, you will not be able to use it. So you should just download Google Earth Pro. Let me see if I can share my screen on my phone. Yes, start broadcast.
Fifth
Can you
time.
guys see my screen? Okay, Gosri. Are you with your PC, Gosri?
Fifth time.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I was just saying, let me help you out with the process.
Okay.
So let me share my own screen so that. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah?
Yes. I can see your screen.
Okay, so let's go through the process of downloading the Google Expo. So it's very simple. You just search for it. So this is it. Well, don't use it. Well, it's normal. Wait. Fifth eye.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Is it this one I'm viewing? I think okay, this is it. Google Expo, sorry.
No.
So you download it from Softonic. Yeah, I've seen it. So you can just download it from Softonic. Google Expo. So you just click on this. You can see this is the latest update.
Can you please just share the link to the group?
Yeah, I will share it now. The Telegram or the WhatsApp.
Anyone.
Okay. Sent. So just click on download here and you download it. So
okay, I am back. My PC is responding now.
Okay, I'll leave it to you then.
All right. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So you can make use of that link, but last I checked, it's open source, so it's something that you should be able to download directly from Google itself. So I think you should be able to download back. Let me check. Okay, but either ways, after this call, we will try and get you guys the latest versions. Make sure that we upload it on the drive, or on our drive rather. What it is that it's like you might download that, like have to download this. So this is the download it on JSP. So let's see, copy link. Let me paste that on the Telegram channel chats. Okay. So I think you can make use of either of the links. Okay. Maybe that's anybody that disrupts my class, I will change this. But so I hope you guys can see my screen. Okay, so when you load your Google Expo, it's like this. If it's the first time that you're opening it, can't like this. Might be showing you Africa or whatever. It's going to be like this, and it's going to show you like a way to get tips. I don't know why I cannot hear the background noise again, but I want to believe that Bolu will text me on my WhatsApp if I'm no longer audible or something. So, like I was trying to, what makes your image, like what makes it spatial? What makes anything spatial or spatial? I'm not sure which one is correct. Is the fact that its location is known, or like that data itself has like locational information. So what it means that if I have two pictures and one has coordinates attached to it, then you call that a spatial data or a spatial image. But if it doesn't have information as to location or anything, then such a data is not spatial. It is not used in GIS in code. So let's say, for example, I want to map University of Lagos. I want to get an image of how the University of Lagos looks like. So I can easily use this search pane, which is here. So let me see if I can get us familiar with some of the stores. I've shown you guys the search pane. Okay, this so it's like you have conflicting this thing. Let's say, for example, there are two University of Lagos. Then here you'll be able to choose which of the universities you want. So you see that there's a dropped pin here called A, and there's a dropped pin here called B. So this A is University of Lagos, and this pin is dropped as Unilag. Are we together? So this is, maybe I have other options and all of that. So that is that. Hello?
Hey.
I just want to try talking. Okay. So I'm already close to where I'm going, so I can easily just close this. So this is like your legend. Yes, this is your legend. Similar to what you see in ArcGIS has your legend. So this is your legend basically. So these are layers. I think this is closer to legend, but like this is where your work is. Like, let me show you guys. Okay, so this is how it comes. Let me remove all this work. Sorry, I think there's a way I can delete all this. Okay, so the way I'm deleting is basically right click and you see different options, all of that. So I will go show everything. So if I show you ArcGIS, this is how this place will look like. So this my places, anything you create under this my places, this tab of my places, this folder of my places, it will be saved on your computer by default. But these temporary places, anything that is saved there, once you close Google Earth, you'll not be able to find it again. So this is your layer plane. So this means that if I should, as you can see, this is showing photos, this is places, border, and everything. So this borders comes into place whether in scenarios where you are trying to check Nigeria versus any other neighboring country and all of that, and all cases of Osun and Ogun and Oyo rather, or Oyo and Ogun, Lagos and Ogun, whatever. So it's, if I turn it off, there will be no demarcation between any two cities. I hope you guys understand. Like, there will be no demarcation, no lines outrightly stating that this is the axis covered by. Let me see if I can show what's that. Let's see. So let me switch it back on. Can you see? I don't know if you guys can note, if you look at this particular area, if I turn this on, you see that there's a difference now. So this is the boundary of Lagos. So the same thing, if I zoom out to the extent of let's say Nigeria, country-wise or continent-wise, that is how I will see those lines, saying that this is the extent to which a particular location or polygon reaches. So let's see. So there are other options like the terrain, this terrain is especially useful when you're trying to get height data and all of that. And you see that with this border information comes label. Can you see? So let's go back in lag. I think in lag is somewhere around here. Yep. This is not design. Let me just. So this is your placement, like a point. If you want to drop a point or a pin, the way you saw a pin showing A or B, and saying A is Unilag, B is the University of Lagos or whatever, you can drop a pin similar to that on your map. So this is if you want to draw a polygon. A polygon is basically any closed. You guys know what a polygon is. So this is a path if you want to draw a line, basically. And this is image overlay if you want to record yourself working on this place. So this is like time series. If you want to see how Lagos was certain years back, you'll be able to see it. So this, if you look down here, it's showing you that you can see images as back as 1985, but you see that there is nothing here. So that means Google Earth did not capture anything about Lagos in 1985 up to 2000. Or can you see? I don't know if you guys saw that. I'm not sure if I was supposed to go this far. Let me just mark. So we are back in 2024. So all of these are things you guys are supposed to. So these are the important things. You see that page is rotating, right? And this is two part. I want to go up, come down, go right, go left. This for sheet view. Okay. So let's say zoom out. So this is to zoom out, right? This is to. So, but you see, if you observe this particular map, the north is facing this place, and images. If I zoom in to some extent, it will seem like I'm starting to enter street view now. So if you want to return it to the default, just press R. It's going to orient it past like properly back with the north facing north and all of that. I don't know why this Unilag is not loaded. I cannot press enter. So it's taking us to Unilag. Okay, so let's just work with let me work this sports center area. Yes. Let me work with this like this is, let's say this is the boundary line of where I want to work. So let me just create a boundary line. Let's say Mapasphere. Boundary. So with this tab open and I've edited the name, I can now proceed to see. I can use this and I can now do my boundary line, trace it, zoom in, and all of that, because we will still explain all of these things to you. So, but because of time, I will not be taking long. Just going to let me just cover this area. So in case I make a mistake, you can right click. You see that it's going back. So if you right click, it's going to undo your last. And in case I don't want to undo it completely, I just want to shift it a little. You can just hold on that last point and it. So you see that this covering is starting to inconvenience me. I can come back to this pane and edit it and change this area to just outlined, so it's not filled again. So let me continue tracing my boundary. Yep, I'm done now. So now I press OK. So I can change my color and all of that, but let me leave this to the default. Let me zoom in a little. Yep. Okay, so this is okay. So from here I can see my image like fairly enough, right? I can close this. So basically what I want to do is just take an image of this area, and I can just do that by taking screenshots, by sniping or whatever. But the quality of the image you will get will not be as good as if you take it the proper way and come here and go about it. But before I go about it, there is something that we need if I want to make this image useful. If I want to make it different from a typical selfie or a typical snipe on my this thing, because as you guys are looking at this thing, it's just an image. Although because of this environment that I'm on, it has locational information, and that's why if you look down here, you will see stuff like the northings and eastings. Sorry, this is the northings actually. This is the eastings, and this is showing you my zone 31 north. And because we will teach you stuff about projection if it hasn't already, and this is showing you the imagery date. That means this particular date, this day was when they took the image of this area from whatever satellite that they used. So when you launch your Google Earth, it might not be showing you something like this. It might be showing you latitude and longitude. And this is how I edited my own. You just come to this view. Is it view? Okay, you come to push, then you come to options. So this is basically all the internal settings of Google Earth. So you can come somewhere, okay, it's still this place. So you can go around there. A lot of things that you can find useful. So this is where we are concerned. This is decimal degrees, and that's latitude and longitude in decimal degrees. You see, show latitude and longitude in fraction of degrees. Then this is degree minutes seconds, and this is degrees, then decimal minutes. Then this is UTME, and this is military grid reference system. So usually if you are working with local jobs, all you need is UTM. So this is UTM, then this thing. So at times it might come in handy when you want to work on a particular location, and you need to, for better accuracy, you want to work with UTME, and you don't know the zone that particular area falls into. I feel like I'm already explaining too much than I should, but let me just go ahead. And you don't know which zone that particular area falls into. If this is set, if you go to that particular area, once you check this place, it will change. If you go to Abuja like this now, this place will be zone 32, because there's I think we have zone 32 and 33 Nigeria. So of that, back to what we are going to do. So I will need to things around this particular area that I want to work with, so that I will reference this image. God's will, your upcoming teacher will end up explaining to you guys what your referencing is. But basically, just trust me when I say that you guys you need to add this placement mark here. So the thing about this placement mark is just like you are joining a point, you are dropping a point. So it's this same point that you will use when you want to reference. And the reference is basically you turning an ordinary image into a spatial image, basically. So usually some people go ahead and use just this the way it is, but I do not use this. I don't really fancy it. I'm doing doesn't require somewhat level of accuracy or seriousness from me, because when I drop this pin, when someone wants to take it, some people will pick the lower end of this pin. But as you guys can see, this cross section, this what's it called? This cross hair, it means the center of this pin is where you are supposed to pick. So to avoid conflict of opinions or whatever, I usually do not use this. So what I want to do is just you click on this icon and you can see the different options that you have. So this A and B was what they used in choosing Unilag or University of Lagos, but I like to pick this personally. It's usually not that visible, but I still like to pick it. So you can adjust the scale to your taste. So I think 1 is good enough for me, and your paste it to 100. You can change the color, and I'm okay with that. So the name will be 1. So if you look at this particular place, you can see description. You can add description, say 0.1, for example. Right, then style, you can however you want. This view, don't touch it, but it's like I our scope of work today doesn't cover it, so it's the way it is. Usually a lot of people go about life and never have to touch this view, but you can see the latitude and longitude here anyways. So but this latitude and longitude is not the latitude and longitude of this location. But let me not go back there. So this is the eastings and northings of this particular location, and that means if I shift it, there's a shift in easting and northings. You can see it's adjusting it appropriately. So this is the area I want to map, but I need to make sure that my points are absolutely covering the whole area, and that's why I'm not my point here. I have to put it somewhere around there. Make it, it's best practice to make it like rectangular or square. So that's my point 1. Then I press OK. I can make this smaller. I think I can make it smaller. I can't make it smaller. I can't make it smaller, unfortunately. So okay. So as you guys can see, this is being added in my place folder. If I put it in temporary, if I try closing my Google Earth, it will not allow. It will allow me close it if I ask it to close it. I'll use one testing that I don't need later. Then add another one. It's going to use the default styling that I used last. So survey work, best practice, you work in clockwise direction. And when you are georeferencing to, you georeference in clockwise. So thing is, as I'm putting all these points here, I can choose to be writing out all these coordinates, and I can also use my notes all of them down, or I take screenshots or whatever it is. All that is, when I actually need this information about this particular area, I must be able to pull it up. Like I must be able to get these eastings and northings. I can zoom in. When I'm doing the first one, I will do that. So I can zoom in for better this thing. So let's say 4. So I can zoom in, trying to make it as humanly rectangular as possible. So as you guys can see, I'm using just this. I don't have my external mouse with me. So if you have your external mouse, you use your scroll wheel, and if you want to pan, this is you panning anyways. If you want to pan, you hold down your scroll wheel and move your mouse. So I can choose to say I want to use the edge of this house for better identification or something like that, and zoom in to put your point in. And you can see that these things are not things is still getting adjusted relatively to that. I'm satisfied, so let me just press okay. So now I can zoom out, okay, and I can pan upward. My image is not really looking okay, so let me press R. I don't know if you guys what just happened. I hope you guys saw it. The image was already tilted. I wasn't viewing it orthogonally. Or this is what's it called? This is photogrammetry and remote sensing already. But you guys be fine. So file. So now I want to save the image and make it keep it in my record, so that when I want to work with it on Google Earth, ArcGIS or QGIS or whatever it is that I'm using, I can pull it up for whatever analysis that I want to do. So if you come to this view, you see save. So you can see save place as. Okay, I will explain. Let me use this first. You can save a particular stuff as KMZ or KML, which are file extensions that Google Earth Pro or Google Earth uses, and you can also use it to bring in files when you are working with ArcGIS. Yeah, there's a particular tool on ArcGIS known as, I think, KML to shapefile, and the other ones too, and all of that. So basically what we want to do today is just come to this go to save image. Coming. Okay, it's loading. Okay, this is all good. So now I will remove my pen. So as you guys can see, it seems like I'm trying to make an actual map, right? So because if I'm trying to make an actual map, I can adjust all of this legend. You see, can click on it, edit the future name, say whatever it is I want to call it, right? And this park, because there's a particular thing recognized as a park here, that's why it's showing. But I don't want it to be showing on my legend. You can just right, then refresh from view again to add it. You can see 4 and all of those things. But because I don't want to see any of them, so let me off it. And there's a way that you can even edit, remove all of them, which is by coming here. So I can remove my title and description, remove legend, remove scale, remove compass, right? And as you guys can see, I can no longer see my pins, so I have to zoom out. And this is the issue of view nodes that comes into play when you are not using external mouse. Let me just get my external mouse. I hope you guys can see me. Bolu, please confirm. Okay, good. So my mouse is up. So if you don't have a mouse, you basically have to like close this and zoom out to your extent. But I'm using my scroll wheel right now, so I can use my scroll wheel. Okay, sorry. You hold your left click and you move to pan, not the scroll bar that I said before. Sorry. So adjust this resolution to maximum. You should adjust it to maximum anyway. Then map options. You can see other stuff. Map configuration. But usually you leave it in default. So you see this one is like, I don't know if you guys are seeing the difference. One is like black and white, one is like hue shading, and this is the colored. Can you see? So basically I can see all my this thing. I cannot see all again. R. You press R again till you can bring everything into view. So 3, 4, 2, everybody's in view. You can save now. So you just save it as a JPEG format. It's okay. Say, I think I've put that format transfer yet. I should. I do? Desktop. I don't know. So let's see. Okay. So image or whatever it is, remember. So it takes it, so I can go ahead and explain. Let me just introduce you to another software. Bolu, do I for that?
Just continue.
Okay. So there's this thing. It's software that you guys can see it or get you to PC. The name is Offline Map Maker, and the upcoming software that they will take you is like the same functionality or similar, basically. So to come on anytime soon. While we wait for something. Well, that's basically all of it. That's all that you need to know about Google Explore. That's all most people will come and do. Except maybe at times when you want to do some, I don't know the right word, but like you want to do some small work and you want to get some geographic data, then how you get those data and convert it and all of that stuff. So 50%. My offline map maker is still coming up. So let's wait for that one. So let me just explain the offline map maker before it comes on. It works is that it is going to help you download the image like from your sources. You will see the different sources that you can get Google Earth included, and you can put in, the elastic upon which helps you download these things vary. I don't know, let's just that for me to click on it. Let me check, help you guys get music. So yeah, it's not saving. So, okay, so this is what I was saying about saving a file. Okay, no, let me move this to temporary file. So now let me try closing this. Can you see saying you have all saved items in temporary folder? Would you like to save them to places folder? So I can choose to save it, or I can cancel this and just save it where I want myself. I just right clicking and also clicking, going to save. Okay, so no, that's not what I'm going to do. So that save to my place brings it under this particular folder. So you click on save place as, rather, then you can save as KML or KMC. So let me use KML. KML is more, a lot of software supports KML than KMZ, I remember correctly. So let me just save it here. That's my password. So let's open our image. Let's see. Let's go. Okay. What I think it's loading. Let me remind this thing that I'm waiting for map maker to load. Okay, my offline map maker is on. So the image is taking a while to locate. This is the image. So if you zoom in, you can see that it's somewhat clear. Like I can easily see certain things, you know. And always make sure that you press that arrow before you save whatever it is that you want to see. So you guys can go ahead and play with your sniping to yourself. But trust me, that is better. So let me close that. Now this is offline map maker, and this is, let's say, the name of your folder basically. So it's going to take in the project name. So let's say map password, okay? Map password, sorry, map password offline map maker. So this assume levels. So this 9 is less clear. I mean, it's not as clear as 12, and you can adjust it up. 22 or 23 is the highest, but the image you are using also matters. So what happens is that you can put in the longitude and latitude. Let me open my Google Earth. So this is the IIS that I was talking about. I currently do not have it installed again because of the last time I had to flash my PC. Okay. So as you guys can see, because it's saved in my place, see it again. So I just double clicked and it's taking me back to the location, right? Then you see that the image is still pressed out, right? So basically, if you look at your offline map maker, it's saying left longitude. On this side, what is the longitude? What's the longitude? Let me come back to you. There's an easier way about it. Anyways, oh, also show you guys that. Okay, apply. Okay, so you see that it's showing you lat and long. So what is the longitude, please? Like the extent of the whole area you want its image here. What's the longitude? Then you will see the other option. You are supposed to just fill it, and you can just draw like a rectangle to figure that out yourself. So, but what I usually use is this KML/JPEGs to define a polygon area. So click on load. So now I can go and select that particular KML that contains the area that I want to map. But remember that I said that it's bad practice to save just this exact area. So in my best interest, what I should just do is just do something like, sorry, let's click, just do something like this. Right, so now I can even see that what I'm doing is not properly close to rectangular or square. Okay, so the bound MS. So let me save this. Let me not say that since I will not be, no, not KMG, KML. KML is more simple. It's like more software use KML than KML. So this is it. So you guys will see that it's showing KML. So look KML, desktop, desktop. Okay. So as you guys can see, it has filled in the details itself. So where do you want this folder, this project to be saved into? I want it to be saved in desktop, imagery, password. So let me just create a new folder inside my password. It's not around it. So yes, so all I have to do is just, now I'm not done. This ArcGIS Online, I can choose to get their imagery, as you guys can see. So let's go to Google Earth. There are different sources of data. There's OpenStreetMap, as you guys can see. This OpenStreetMap, which is a very like great something to be explained further to you guys data. So this Google Maps. So there are different ones, as you guys can see. So you can easily just right click on it and say to see map examples. So this is something, this is what it's going to look like. Something like this with a lot of labeling and all. So I can come back here if that is not what I want. I can come to satellite maps again to see example, and it loads a sample for you. Can you see this one? By zooming, there's no description. Right? If you choose different styles and everything, it also matters. So usually, or anyone is okay actually, but let's I just want to go for satellite maps. Let me go for every, and then all I have to do is just press start. No, I don't want to start. Yeah, stop. I want to stop. I see stop. Okay, I've stopped. So this zoom, you can check if there are more. Usually, because I don't need zoom of 9, I usually just take it to the highest. Just the highest. I need just the highest. So you see the number of tiles that's reduced. You can stop it again. Let me stop it. Bolu, do you have time to wait for it to finish downloading or not? Or let me just show them how it would look like if I was done.
Okay, the thing is, you can start the download, then I'll start my own parts. Then maybe when I'm done, you can now show what the map has downloaded.
Okay, perfect. No matter. Um, so that it will not seem like I'm doing a job start. Okay, Bolu, over to you. Okay, before you start, please. Sorry. I don't know who has questions, please. Let me just quickly take questions, like just maybe one or two at most. Is anybody raising up their hand? Check. So if nobody raises up their hand for a question, I assume everybody is good to go. And once it's 9:59, don't care the number of seconds we have left, we'll just let Bolu take over. Of course, there will be a recording of this session, and you can always ask me to pick up. Okay, Bolu, you can take over now.
Good evening, everyone. So earlier today, we asked everyone to download a particular package. I know some of you might be thinking, you asked us to download Sasplanet. No one talked about Google Earth. Why are we talking about Google Earth? Why are we talking about this other map extraction application? So I'll briefly be talking about Sasplanet because I just have about an hour, less than an hour, to talk about this. So Sasplanet is, let me quickly share my screen. So can everyone see my screen? People confirm you can see my screen.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay.
Yes,
so,
I can.
Let me see. So I think I'm coming. Sorry. So this is like a website for Sasplanet. Sasplanet is a Russian application. It's built by Russians, and it is one nice software that from it you can get high resolution image. So we can quickly go through what's some of the features of Sasplanet. So I said why Sasplanet is the premier choice for satellite imagery. So these are the key features. One, diverse map sources. So when they say diverse map sources, it means that Sasplanet allows you to view the likes of Google Map, Bing Maps, OpenStreetMap, and I think people also talked about all these types of maps in the other application. I can't remember the name. Then it gives high resolution satellite imagery. From the last one Favor was showing, I could see that the highest resolution it could give is 16, but Sasplanet can give resolution of up to 23. So compared to Google, okay, the same thing there. Okay, so for
it depends on the source anyway.
Okay, so for Google Earth, the resolution at times is not that very good. So Sasplanet helps to offer that also. Then it gives offline accessibility, just like I said earlier, compared to using your base map that is available on ArcGIS. This will enable you to download your satellite imagery and use it without having interrupted sessions with internet, like with internet. So then it also provides some comprehensive geospatial tools. Like on it, you can perform some analysis like measuring distance, calculating areas, looking for places, like search to geolocation and the rest. Then extensive customization options. So it enables you, I think this feature was also available in ArcMap, whereby you can easily drag and drop where you want to place a particular tool. So you can basically set up your tool to look the way you want it to look. So these are some features of Sasplanet. So let me quickly launch it. So for those that have downloaded the file from Sasplanet, it will come in form of a zip file. So you can just unzip, then open it. So when you open it, your own might not be up because I mostly make use of this. That's why it is up. So this particular one that says Sasplanet and has the text document of application, just double tap on it. So once you double tap on it, what's the problem? It's not open. Let me see. It's failing to open here. Because we are on the call. My Sasplanet is refusing to open. Favor, please, are you on the call? Since there's an issue with the configuration, let me try to download it again. Let me delete this one. Let me see. You have an now on. Okay, let me see if this will open. Runtime error. So I believe my Sasplanet is having issues. Sorry for the delay. I'll have to quickly download it again. So I'm coming. So in case you are yet to download, if you check this particular URL, once you scroll down, you'll be able to see the download link. So once you click on this, then you click on it's just 17.67 MB. You just click and the download should start. Okay, my download is done. Coming. Okay, I'm coming. I'm still having a configuration issue with my system. Since you know what, let me see something. Let me see because we're on the class. Has anyone downloaded it here? Maybe I can just walk around it on someone's system because it's having issues on my system. You can just indicate if you downloaded the file. People, can you hear me?
Yeah, I did not hear what you said, but can you please say it again? Sorry.
You have Sasplanet downloaded on your system because it's having some configuration issue on mine.
No, I don't have it actually. But like, is Basit on the call?
I don't think so.
Because he called me as regards this night that he would make himself available.
Let me see. Maybe if I download this from the drive. This one I'm downloading.
Can just give it a try. I want to eat now. I'm trying to eat now. So I don't know, but like if you are still not able to get it, I guess I can just try downloading and see if it will install.
Okay. And you can just help download it, like while I'm also trying to download it.
Alright, from the web directly, Abby.
Web or from our drive, anyone.
Alright, let's go.
I actually deleted something on my system and I think that's what is affecting it. I'm very sorry for today's class. Like I was kind of working on another project. I have to meet up. I hope it goes well. What's the problem? What's the problem? Let me see, someone is trying to say something. And I did such story already. Let me see.
I'm having issues finding our drive link.
Check the.
Okay, I've seen it. So I'm supposed to download and try installing, right?
Yes.
Okay. We are very sorry about this. Someone else was actually supposed to take his end, but due to constraints beyond us, that's why he's still trying to like come in and all. But we'll try and make it up. This one should be downloaded, like it should be done downloading soon. 2,000 tiles out of 3,196. So yeah.
Okay, I think I've been able to install the version that works on my system. So let me share it with you. So I think the one on the drive has issue, so I'll update that this night. I'll delete that one and upload the file to this one there. So once you download and you open for the first time, you'll be seeing this. So this is the interface of Sasplanet. Basically, you have the toolbar here. So all what we need here are just some major things. I believe, people confirm you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So under this particular section, if you see here, the map that is open here is Navionics Sonar Charts. So from here, you see, by the time you over it, you see it's telling us to select base map, selected base map rather. So I can come here and select any type of map that I want to make use of. So if it's the satellite image, for instance, if I want to make use of Google Satellite, I can just come here and pick Google Satellite and it will automatically open Google satellite imagery. So by the time I zoom in, so the more I zoom in, so I believe you can see this.
Yes, we
So it
can.
looks more sharper. It looks sharper on my side, in case you cannot see it. So this particular panel here is to select the type of base map you want to make use of. So most of the time we make use of this satellite imagery, and for my for most of the work I do, I either use this Google satellite imagery, or I use Bing, or make use of OSM, OpenStreetMap. So this is an updated version, and it's not really arranged the way it was on the one I was making use of. So after selecting the particular base map you want to work on, most times Google satellite imagery is a very good one. Then you can come here. This is to select the type of resolution you want. So starting from the zoom 1 to zoom 24. So most of the time for areas in Nigeria, the zoom extent of 22 is still available for most areas in Nigeria. So when you set it on 22, there are sometimes when you set it to 24 or 23, and the because this particular map is made up of different tiles that are merged together. So once I select the zoom type, you begin to see the way those tiles are. So let me select 21 for instance now. So as you can see, these are tiles. So all these black parts, if you see some of the tiles are no longer dark, they don't have that dark spot. It's because all these ones that are still dark are tiles that have not been downloaded. So by the time I zoom into it, then they start getting, like, it starts to download. See, and take a look at this left panel by my side that shows the zoom extent. So if I happen to zoom, by the time I set this my zoom extent to 21, if I'm not on 21 on this particular this one indicates the zoom, like the zoom level of the map when, like, while we are working. So as I zoom in and zoom out, this one changes. The one by the left here changes, while this one specifies the grid or the tile that we want to download. So if I'm not on that 21, by the time I move around this, it will not download. So I have to be on the specific tile that I set before it starts downloading. So even if I'm on 20, it won't download. It's by the time I move to 21, you see it starts to download. So as I move, each tile keeps downloading. So based on your internet connection, download will be fast. So if you have a very good internet connection, each tile will download fast. So I can come here again to select tile 22, and you see that this one again creates tile, meaning that I have not downloaded this zoom extent. So I have to zoom to 22, and once I zoom to 22, it automatically downloads those tiles. So that's about the zoom extent. So I've talked about the base map, and I've also talked about your zoom, your cached tile map that talks about the zoom extent. So now, for instance, if I want to work on a particular area, I can't just start downloading all the tiles of this area. I need to like map out or draw out the area I want to work on. So to do that, we come to this particular place. We talked about the snap tool. So it is a drop down option. I can decide to use rectangular selection. I can decide to use polygonal, polyline, like coordinates and this. But most of the time, what I make use of is the rectangular selection and the polygonal selection. So let's see how the rectangular selection works. So once you click it, you see that underneath the cursor, there's like a box option. There's a box. So by the time I click at one side, I can just drag to that place, and immediately I click on where I want to stop. So immediately you click on where you want to stop and the box has been drawn, it automatically opens this selection manager for you. So under the selection manager, we'll move to it, but before then, let me still explain. So I'll close this. So you see that this has automatically drawn the box. So now I can just zoom into this particular selection and zoom to the zoom extent I need, 21, and begin to just zoom, move, just pan around it, download each tiles. So you might be wondering that if I need like a very large area and I have to pan around that area to download it will take a lot of time. So that's where we move to the next stage. So I'll go back to that selection toolbar. So immediately after drawing this your selection box, there was something that popped up. Like there was a particular interface that popped up. So to get back to that interface, since I closed it, you just come under that selection tool again and click on last selection, or you use this shortcut Command+B. So I click on this last selection and automatically it brings the selection manager back. So now for this selection manager, all what we need first, we have different tabs on this. We have the download, we have the stitch, we have generate, we have delete, we have export, we have copy, we have place marks. But basically we just need two tabs here. That's the download and the stitch. Now why do we need the download? The download is useful for downloading our tiles automatically without having to do it the manual way, where we have to zoom and begin to pan for each grid to download. So once I just come to this download tab, I'll select the zoom type I want. For instance, I want the 22 zoom. So once I do that, I just click on start. So it will bring out this pop-up box. Now let me zoom in for you to see that it is already downloaded. Let me minimize this. So as you can see, if you see where my mouse is, you see that this is automatically moving on its own. So you can see that it is automatically downloading on its own. So it will keep downloading until all the tiles here have been downloaded. I hope you can see the download. Favor, please confirm you can see the movement.
Yes, I can see.
So this will automatically help you download the grids one by one. So at the same time, even while downloading, if you feel it's too slow, you can just pan to that particular zoom extent and just also download while that one too is doing by itself. So that's what the download option does. So let me see. So I think this is a very big area. It will take time for the download to complete, but as you can see, it's already on its fifth row. So I think I'll just stop this and try it for a very small area. Sorry. So I can just come here and select a smaller area. So automatically, whatever you select, you don't have whatever you selected the last time is saved. If you check this downside, you see cache SQLite. So this particular file or folder basically comes with SQLite, which is a particular database that stores everything you do. So it stores all these grids that are downloaded, as well as stores every tool you make use of. So even if I move anything here, I put a place mark on it, it automatically saves everything, so that when I cancel even this particular area that I am in, by the time I close this application and open it, it will just automatically open back to this area. Let me just show you that. And all these downloaded tiles too will still be downloaded the way they are. So I can cancel this and open it again. So you just see that it automatically opens to that zoom extent and automatically shows all the grids that have been downloaded. So that's one other feature of Sasplanet, so that it helps you to just save your last work, so that you miss what you've been doing, or maybe for instance your system happens to crash, or your system happens to fail at some point, or something happens to your system. By the time you just open it again, it will just go back to where you stopped. So let me just use a smaller selection, and I can come here and just select a small box. So I can just download the same 22, and see that by the time I zoom to this part, you see the grids as they are being downloaded. So it's on the second one. So to just make this faster, I'll zoom into it to download them too. So if you don't select the area at which you want to work, you will not be able to download this there. And the selection tool will also guide you on downloading it. As you can see, I can see this line to know that this is my boundary, so I'm not supposed to pass this boundary when it comes to downloading the tile. So let me come out so I can still download this place. So even while I was doing down, the automatic one continued to download the ones above. So let me leave it for the automatic one to down. So automatically, once you look at this download interface, so the more it downloads, the more it shows the number of processed file that is being downloaded, and it's also going to show you the limit of where the download is. So by the time this gets to the end, that shows that it has finished downloading. So you see that it has gotten to the end, it has downloaded, and it will automatically show you that downloading, okay, the task is completed. So once you see this, it means that all the tiles you selected to download has been downloaded. And you can see more information, like to see the zoom extent here that shows that we downloaded the grid tile of 22. So now, does this tile automatically download to our system? Yes, just like I said, the SQL database stores each grid, but when we want to use it for when we want to make use of it in our application, that's ArcGIS application, are we going to download each of them as one and begin to arrange it? That's not possible, because this consists of about 529 tiles that have been downloaded. 529. So do I have to start arranging 500 tiles one by one? How will I know which one is right? So we don't need that. Now that takes us back, so you can just close this. We'll come back to our last selection again. Just click on this selection bar and go to last selection. So once you click on it, then now we are done with our download. Then you go to stitch. So just like how just like the term, the word stitch stands for to join things together. So this is what will now help us join all those grids together. So I'll select the output format that I want to work with. So if it is JPEG, this is the drop down. I can select JPEG, I can select PNG, I can select bitmap. We have the enhanced compression wavelet. We have the JPEG 2000 lossless compression. Then the most important one we make use of is this GeoTIFF. So for surveying applications, most of the time when you watch for GIS application, rather, not surveying application, for GIS application, when you watch YouTube videos or you watch tutorials, you see them make use of GeoTIFF images or this JPEG 2000. So it's either GeoTIFF or JPEG 2000. So this JPEG 2000 comes with a better resolution than the normal JPEG, and at the same time, it's like brings it with a compressed. You see that we have this lossless compression too, so you can pick this one for a compressed size also. So this will just mix your quality with also your compressed size. So for this, I'll just select GeoTIFF. So by the time I select geotiff, then I'll select the location where I want to save it to. So I can come here and save it to this place. Let me just save it as mappers there. So automatically, once you see that it automatically picks the file extension of the geotiff. That's this .tif, because I've set this one to geotiff. So if I happen to come here to change it, you see that I have to save where I want to. I have to also navigate to where I want it to save to. By the time I go here again and write mappers there, so I can. By the time I save this, it automatically also load it. So the file extension for that JPEG 2000 is JP2. But let me go back to geotiff. So geotiff is like the best file extension to make use of. So yeah, because of we used Google satellite imagery, it will just automatically detect that it is Google satellite. So we can leave this particular map. Then set our zoom to 22. Just remind it. Then this overlay involves let me show you. For instance, let me go to Google Map. So as you can see on this, so on Google Map, all these direction and names are termed overlays. So by the time we select that option of overlay, it will also come with all those directions. But for most GIS analysis, we don't need that. So we just set it to default no. Then projection. This projection too is very important. Whenever we download our image, automatically when we move it to ArcGIS Pro, we want it to go and fit to the exact location where it is on the world map. So in the last class, Gozo talked about projection. We'll learn more about projection as we move on in the class. So yeah, we have our normal local projection for different states. Like in Lagos states, we have the zone 31. Most of the western states belong to zone 31. Then we have those at the middle part, like Abuja, like just the states above Abuja, close to that area, they are all in zone 32. And the one by the right, zone 33. So yeah, we can just come, because of we don't have those projected coordinate system. What we have here that we can make use of is our geographic coordinate system, which is the EPSG 4326. So we select that. Then now we'll also be learning in common with what georeferencing is. One advantage that Sasplanet has over Google Earth, like extracting images from Sasplanet, why it is better compared to Google Earth, is the fact that you can also georeference your image. If you extract image on Google Earth, you just extract like a normal photograph. You have to go and start setting the coordinates to fit in to a base map. But all that will be done easily for you on Sasplanet. Also similar to that of the application that Favor was talking about, the second one he talked about. So you don't need any of this information here. You can just leave this one that has been selected. So what we need here basically is our map, and we need our .w. So you can just check these two, and by the time you click on start, it will start downloading. So because of our study area is not large, that's why the download is fast. So immediately I come to the file and to the folder where I saved it, I'll see my image. So as you can see, this is the image. So if I open with normal Image Explorer, so as you can see, this is how the quality will look. I don't know if you can see the quality well. For confirms the quality is like nice.
I'm seeing do something great at the moment.
You are saying what?
Zoom in.
Okay. So as you can see, all the buildings are visible.
Yeah. Okay. So what makes part of the things that makes this like unique in quotes is the fact that I don't know how to explain, but like when you get your image off Google Earth, you are basically taking a tile. You are not like taking different tiles. So the way it works is that this has taken the image with the highest quality possible, and the images were taken at small bits, like small pixels in quotes, are stitched together. So because of that, when you zoom in, like you can clearly see it. I don't know how to explain. You looking at this image now, you can probably not tell whether or not it is clear. If we have an image on Google Earth too and we put it side by side, am I back?
Yes.
Okay. So let's say for example now I move my scroll wheel, just let's say like I zoom in, let's say I move my scroll wheel like 2, like when you move your scroll wheel, there's this movement, this way you feel it, like that you can count in. Because let's say I move it 2, if I move that same 2 on Google Earth, I will not be able to see the quality that I'm seeing right now. And all of this is, you guys probably will not get to see it, because I don't know, I think you guys will probably see it when they teach you georeferencing and you have to zoom in, like zoom in. You see like the difference, but yeah, I can see your screen and I can see the resolution. Should I finish up my end? Are you done with your side? Are you there, Bolo? Bolo, if you are talking, unmute yourself.
I hear you. Let me quickly complete mine.
Okay.
Okay, so that's for the rectangular selection. So at the same time, if we don't want to select the box, we can also come here to select the polygonal selection. Maybe we want to just extract image around this waterway. So I can just come here, just put points, just round it, follow it. So I can just continue like that till I've gone around it. So this one will enable you not to download unnecessary things when this is just what you need. So immediately you are done, you just double tap on it, or basically you can just come to this place. Why didn't that save? Sorry. I'm going to do it again. So it enables you to also edit your selection by moving. So I can easily move this particular one to this place if I made a mistake, then move this one to this place, and maybe continue this way. So, my double click is not working. Sorry, I'm coming. The click on my mouse is not working. So let me see. Then I can just move to this last selection. I'm sorry, I'll try to fix this up, but immediately you are done, by the time you double click, it's meant to end the selection and just do the same prompt. So there are times that you might need to maybe download a particular area, and it will not be easy for you to draw it out. So let's take for instance, we have to extract the image of the whole of Lagos State. It's actually quite very difficult to draw out the map of Lagos State one by one using the polygonal selection. So basically what you can do is get the KML file for Lagos State. There are sites at which you can download shape files, you can download KML. So even if it is the shape file you get, there are also sites at which you can use to convert the KML files to shape file. So I think I have one data here. Yes, so I have this, my geodata. So this particular KML file is the boundary of Lagos State. So what I can do is I'll just drag it and paste it and just leave it on this Sasplanet. If you see, by the time I move on Sasplanet, it's showing me a plus icon below the cursor. So by the time I leave it, it will now bring up this interface, so I can set it as Lagos boundary. So the outline, this particular color, yes, serves as the outline. Then this serves as the thickness and the opacity of the outline. So I can leave everything to default here. Then this is the inner part. So by the time I can just leave everything as default and just click start. Then tell me import finish, total processed, one file successfully imported, fit to screen the last imported item, and I click yes. So by the time you look at this, you see that it has automatically imported our KML file. So by the time we can see this will not help you extract. You still have to draw it out to extract it. So immediately I can just come to this my polygonal selection and begin to draw around it. So this will make it easy for me to extract that part. So we continue to move until you have gone around it. So it's good practice to like zoom in, because if you don't zoom in well, you end up downloading lots of grid. As you can see, we have lots of grid that is even above our study area. So I don't need all these spaces here. So that's why it's very good for you to zoom in when doing the selection. So all what I just need is like 2 grids above my selection. Sorry. So I just need 2 grids above the selection.
I hope you guys are getting by. Anyways, you can always write down your questions and send to the group chat, and please, like, it is actually good practice to like learn hands-on, meaning as you are doing most of all these things, you try them as well. We are sorry that we did not give you guys proper heads up before the class that you will need some of all these some of all these softwares, but you can always watch the recorded versions and try it out like as you are watching it. And if you have come across any question, you should know my DM or know Bolu's DM or know the group chats. You will definitely be attended to. Thank you. Bolu, continue. Sorry for the interruption.
Yes, something I forgot to make mention of is the fact that you see that the KML automatically fits to the right place where Lagos State is. If you see, this is where Lagos State is, and this is the Lagos Lagoon. So this will automatically fit by the time you move it, as long as the projection on that particular KML is correct. So because of time, I'll not be able to extract the whole of Lagos State, because that's a very large size depending on the quality I want to pick. So that's about moving KML file. So you can just move your KML file to your desired location. Once you just have that boundary, you have maybe a shape file of that boundary, or you have the KML of that boundary. So once you have the shape file, you can visit, there's this particular site I use. So let me quickly share it. By the time you even search online, just search for KML to shape file. It will automatically bring this my geodata converter. So This is because of I've converted it. So you see, convert SHP to KML. So you drag and drop all the files. So there are some necessary files you need to drop if it's a shape file. So it says here, notice to shape file, do not forget to upload also associated .dbf.shx. You need these two files to be uploaded with the .shp file to be so that it can convert it. Then it is also important for you to set the projection so that it takes it to the right place where it is. So just import, you can just come here. For instance, if I'm to import, I'll just click on add files. This is to convert from shapefile to KML. So I have this boundary shapefile now. You see, just like Gosway said in the last class, a shapefile is not just a single file, it comes with other file extensions. So this is actually the shapefile, but without this other necessary extension, it is not complete. And shapefile is just the default file type for ArcGIS. Favor made mention of KML at some point. He said this is like it is a recognized format for most applications. So that's the reason why there are some applications that you will not be able to import shapefile, because shapefile is just basically owned by ArcGIS. So what I would do here is to just select all these files since they are my boundary files, and by the time I select, I just click on open and it will automatically upload them. So by the time it uploads, if I don't upload the necessary file, like it says here, to upload the .dbf and .shx. So let me remove the .shx for instance here. By the time I click on continue, it will just tell me import error because of that particular one is missing. But by the time I select everything correctly, it will just automatically pick them. So let me show you. So it is done uploading. If I click on continue, you see it automatically takes me to the next portal where I can now set up any other thing. So there's no need for me to set anything. I need a KML format. They say Esri shapefile. Just like I said, shapefile is owned by Esri. That's ArcGIS, the owners of ArcGIS, like the parent company of ArcGIS. Then you can also convert to KMZ. You can convert to GeoJSON, to any of these types here. To PDF. I've not tried all this one, but I've tried this GeoJSON and shapefile. This GeoJSON is important for people that want to view it in JSON format. So basically, if it is a polygon data, it will just show you a list of coordinates for each point as it selects. It will just select each point and tell that this is a polyline, this is a point, this is a multi-polygon. There are different types like that. So I can just leave it at my default KML, and you can see the area. Once your projection is correct, it will show you the right area of where your where that particular shape file is. Then I can just click convert now, and immediately I click convert now, it will just take me to the next interface that will tell me to download what has been converted, and that will just show you the file that was downloaded. That's this particular imported file. So there are sometimes that you might need to look for an area based on longitude and latitude, that's coordinates. So you just click on this search icon here. I click on the search icon, then you go to coordinates tab, then you leave this one to the WGS84/geographic. So let me go to Google Map for instance. So let's say I'm looking for this place in Oyo State, for instance. I'll just right click, and by the time I right click, I'll automatically get the longitude and latitude. So I can just click on this and it will copy it to clipboard. Then I'll go back to this place. So I'm coming. So you can come here to change it to normal degree instead of using degree, minute, and second. If you notice, what we are able to capture from Google Map is just in degrees. So there's no need for you to stress yourself. By the time you come here, just go to this settings icon, and click on degrees, this degree one, and you just be able to paste that. So I'll just remove. So ensure that you leave the degree symbol. So I've pasted the latitude. So as you can see, this is the latitude that was copied, and this will be the longitude. So then I click on go to. Automatically this will just create a place mark at that area. So if you see your state is not far from Lagos State, so it means that it is correct. So just like I made mention of, you can use Sasplanet also for geolocation. Then there are some other tools here. You can use you can put place mark. You can find new path by putting place mark, just so that I don't waste time. We have limited time. So that will be all about Sasplanet. So I've thought about extracting the image, so you can watch the recorded session again to just know how to do the extraction. So basically, if you are doing the polygonal extraction, once you're on the last point, just double click. By the time you double click, it will just show the pop-up of your download. Then you select your resolution and you download the particular resolution you want to do. Then after that, you stitch it together and select your GeoTIFF format, select your projection data .map and .w, and you see that everything will just be downloaded. So let me quickly go back to the file that was downloaded the last time.
Okay.
So you see that it came with this .tiff and this projection and the .map. So automatically this projection file will just enable that our image that we downloaded to go to the right position in the world. Let me see if I can start. So I'll try to start ArcGIS and move it into ArcGIS Pro to show you guys that it's fitted into the right position. But meanwhile, Favor can talk about his own image, his own extracted image.
Okay. It's good to be back. Hope you guys did not miss me too much. Okay. Believe you guys can see my screen. So the downloading is done, and it's the same concept. Like, thinking about it now is like just different service provider compared to that Sasplanet. But this is what I use anyways. So it's done downloading, and all I have to do is come to this tools. You see my map combiner. That's what you need, which is similar to what Bolu was telling you about different styles being stitched up together. So this is our map maker window. This is now the combiner window that joins those little tiles together. So you guys can tell from the number of tiles that I downloaded that the area that my imagery is covering is bigger than the area that Bolu's imagery is covering, because I think Bolu's is 500 and something tiles, but this is 3,196. So all I have to do is go to the file, to the folder. Okay, so let's me go to the folder. So okay, folder desktop. This fine, no. Okay, open trees map. Yeah, this is it. Yes, this is it. So open. So you see that it's showing me that the only zoom extent that I downloaded is zoom 21. So you guys can see the various like options that exist. So the more you choose, the longer it's going to take, obviously. But these are the two you need. So this JPEG is the same thing like Bolo was trying to explain to you. So this TIFF is the one that we need, Congo. But I can just create this JPEG and compare like it to this thing. You can leave this the way it is, then you combine. So you just wait for it. But because of time constraints, I think I have to go by 11. So let me just show us an existing folder, like a project that I've used it for, basically. So how it would look like. I don't want to combine it without showing you guys. That's why I did not go ahead. People use this recently. So. Bolu, can you remember on the GIS project that we did last? Which course is it? Like that we used all this stuff.
That was the first semester. It was the one we worked on different boxes.
No, it's here somewhere, but I honestly can't find it. Yeah. Let me just with this one. I think it's almost done. No, it's not almost done. It's almost done. But let me keep searching.
Let me quickly share my screen to see how it looks. How the base map, how it looks on the
Alright, go ahead.
So I've been able to load up ArcGIS Pro, and you see from here, this is so if you notice, this is our base map. This is the particular area we extracted. So this is the base map loading. So and this is the image that we downloaded. If you see, the quality of the image like is brighter compared to this it's here in the middle here. It's brighter and it stands out. So I just want to show you that it fits in perfectly. So as you can see, this particular channel here fits in with the channel that is on the world map. Then if you see this particular road path too, this road path here too fits in with this one here. So with the same with this road path here, same with every other road path. So let me just put up this layer and see. So by the time you look at it and see that it actually fits. So that's the essence of adding those projection files, so that by the time you add it to ArcGIS environment, it will just automatically go to where it is on the map, and you see that the resolution is better than even the map you'll be working with. Like if I decide to work with base map compared to working with my downloaded image, you see this one looks bright. This one appears brighter than this base map. So that's one of the advantages of using Sasplanet. So it will give you a better resolution. So I think that will be all for my side. See how it stands out even when I zoom out. My base map is still taking time to load, but my image is automatically there and I can make use of it without having to wait for it to load separately whenever I zoom out and zoom in. So that's the essence of extracting images, like working with an extracted image. So there are times that there are different types of images we can make use of. We can also make use of scanned maps. What was talking about different types of raster data. He talks about JPEG, which can be in form of a scanned map. You might have a map and just scan it and make use of it too. So, but for a scanned map, you need to georeference it, because if you don't georeference it, it will not be in the right position where it is on the world global map, like on the world map. And it's important, we've been talking about GIS. GIS is all about location. So it's important that the location is right. Wherever you are working on, it's important that every detail on location is correct. So that's the importance of georeferencing. So God will be talking about georeferencing in coming class.
Okay.
So that will be all on my side.
Okay, you guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me just share my screen. Sorry. Okay, it's done, I think. So as you guys can see, the combining is done, and this is, can close this. I don't need anything relating to this particular software again. So the combining is done, and this is the folder where the combined stuff is. So as you can see, there's a TIFF file, just like it's very similar to what Bolu was trying to explain to you guys. And this is the projection file. So when Godswill ends up explaining the georeferencing, like Bolu said, you guys will see that when you, without the georeferencing, all you guys have is just a JPEG. But once it has been georeferenced, you will now have all these extra files there with you, and that's what makes this particular JPEG here, this particular JPEG, not an ordinary JPEG in quotes. So you can see the file size and all of that. I want to see if we can have a comparison between both without opening ArcGIS. What was it called? Without opening this. Okay, this is the 21. Okay. You guys can see that it's still clear. Hope you guys can see honest. That's basically it. The larger your work, the more, like, you might not see the difference now, but like when you are working with a very big area, you will know that there's a whole lot of difference that is made. If you look at this image as you guys are seeing it now, can't tell me it's the same to this. You guys probably cannot see as much as I can right now from my end, but the quality is different. But not to bore you guys, it's the same. The purpose that this software that I'm using wants to achieve is exactly this. I think I'll stop sharing now. Is exactly the same thing as what Sasplanet wants to achieve. All that matters is you find your own niche. Which one you find easier or more this thing. But either of them is okay if you are getting just a TIFF image and all of that. I will be signing out because I'm super late for something right now. Bolu, take care. If you guys have any questions, please drop it on the group. Thank you.
Thank you, people, for the session, and thanks to everyone that also joined. So, in case you have any question, you can just drop your questions on the link. And as you know, the next session we'll be having is our interactive session. It will still also be on Telegram. So we'll be accepting questions. So in case you have issues, we ask that you like pile them up, like gather them together and bring it on our Friday session. We'll be solving every issue as well as maybe interacting again with one another. So thank you very much for joining. The attendance link will be sent immediately after the session. Not to waste your time, I'll end this session within the next 1 minute. By the time it's 11:08, and I'll send the attendance link now. So the attendance link has been sent on WhatsApp and has also been sent on Telegram. So just fill the attendance. So this session will end now. Thanks for joining.